I heard a lot of negative stuff today about Charlie, and I can't agree really with any of it. And I can deal with listening to negative stuff, but what I cannot deal with are the people who celebrate what happened yesterday. They're sick, they're demonic. Yeah, I said it. That's demonic. That is a demonic possession when somebody is acting that way. I also saw I've seen some posts. I saw a post on a friend of mine's video that he put out last night or this morning or whatever, and the guy was basically, without saying it, he was saying it that Charlie deserved what he got, because he's just like Trump and whatever. And of course, I had to clap back on that one. And then I got on the clock app, the one that makes the sound tick, tock, tick. And I have never seen so much disgusting behavior and hate as I did today on that app. I'm really disappointed, and I'm really pretty scared for where this country is at this point. We really are not. This goes back to 9/11, and I'm old enough. I was working when 9/11 happened. I was at work. I was actually a plumber at the time, and I had pulled up to a lady's house, and we watched it in her kitchen. Remember, if you're old enough, you'll remember that people used to actually have TVs in their kitchens. It's a little countertop TV. And we watched it in her kitchen, and yeah, it was color. But when I got there, the first plane had just hit. So sitting there watching a bunch of reruns, and we're both just standing there. I didn't know this lady, but we both just stood there. And then the second plane hit, and we knew what was up. And then we both stood there just in disbelief. And then the towers fell, and we both just cried. We didn't know each other. I was just there to fix her toilet. But we were, humanity still had some compassion. I really feel like 9/11 was really the last time that we had any shred of innocence about us as a country. Now I know there's all kinds of evil stuff that the government's done, and there's been evil the whole time. And going back, okay, I'm just saying America had never been hit like that. And 9/12 was a day I'll remember, like, everybody had the American flags up. You couldn't find an American flag, man. They were selling them like crazy for weeks. People were just rah rah America, and that is really the most united I've ever seen this country. Was after we were attacked, and it didn't matter. You did not have an enemy. White, black, didn't matter. There were no enemies. You had attacked America, and that was probably the most patriotic I've ever seen this country. I'm 53, and that 9/12 was the most patriotic day in period I've ever seen. Of course, then the government went and did all of its stuff, spying on us and taking away all of our rights and stuff like that. Blah, blah, blah. But anyways, we have come really, really far from that point. To the point where, I can remember a time. I remember when Reagan got shot. Okay. And I really didn't hear. I don't remember it, but there was no social media at that point, obviously. But I remember the whole world coming together. Uh, same type of scenario. But when 9/11 happened, that was like a collective. You attacked America. You didn't just attack the towers. You didn't just attack the Pentagon. You didn't hijack just American Airlines planes. You attacked America. And we were all really pretty rah-rah together on that. And then, of course, time went by and, the political divide did its thing, and we all got back to normal, hating on each other. But that was a special time. And since then, through all kinds of different scenarios and little projects that people have had to divide us, we are now the most divided I think I've ever seen us. I mean, like Civil War type, I wasn't around for that, but like I could definitely see that kind of a scenario happening at this point. And the vile things that have been said online, and the videos that I've watched on that app in particular, disgusted me and it hurt my heart. And I don't know how to process it. But one thing that I definitely did was I made damn well sure that I am not going to be seeing any more of that. At least not on that app. I deleted my profile. I deleted the app. And I'm not going back. Because that is, number one, it's a foreign-owned company. And number two, they really want us divided. That is their goal. That is not the same app as what you would get over where it originates. And they like that stuff. They like to see us divided. To the point where people are attacking Christians or attacking people of different faiths and attacking just based on whatever. And it is perfectly fine and good to have a difference of opinion. You can debate all day long. I am up for discussion all day long with anybody. But when it becomes violent, and especially to that point where it became violent, that is unacceptable. And that is not who we are supposed to be. But I fear that is exactly who we are at this point. It's not even a matter of who we're supposed to be and, oh, America's not like this. Yes, it is. America is like this now. America needs Jesus. And I'm not going to make this religious, but we need an intervention. But one thing that I can do is I can choose what I see and what I don't see. I can choose what I consume and what I don't consume, because it has hurt my heart and it has hurt my spirit today. And I'm just not doing it. I'm not going to play along. I'm not going to play the game. I'm not going to follow along with all the hate and listen to it. I'm not going to consume that kind of thing. I'm really close to deleting Facebook, but my Facebook feed is not filled with that, because those are just friends. My Instagram is not filled with that, because again, it is populated by the things that I like. The other one was just filling it up with what it wanted to put, what it wanted to show. And if the other ones get that way, they're going to be gone. And if YouTube gets that way, I'll be out of here, man. I am not here to be TikTok famous. I am not here to be IG famous. I am not here to be Facebook famous. And I'm sure as hell not here to be YouTube famous. That is not my goal here. My goal is just to have a good time, play with some camera gear, talk a little crap, say what's on my mind, and it is what it is. I do not depend on this or any other app for my well-being. And truth be told, most of these apps are probably hurting more than helping, and I just about guarantee you that. So take control of what you consume and how you consume it and when you consume it, and know when to say when. Know what is the best option for you. You do not have to sit there and ingest a bunch of hate and just hate-filled speech and vile content. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to participate. I choose not to participate, period. If the other platforms choose to try to push that towards me, I'm gone. I don't care. I probably won't even I didn't announce it to my TikTok people. So, to the guys that I was following on TikTok, sorry, I'm out of here. I'm out of there. I'm not going to participate in that kind of stuff. I'm just not. So that's my rant for the day. I would love to see us get back to the point where we were one country. I fear that if a 9/11 happened today, we would not have that 9/12 effect the day after. You would have people celebrating en masse the destruction and downfall of the United States of America. We just saw a good guy get taken out yesterday. He's a good guy. You don't have to agree with everything that he says, but he was not hate-filled. He was he spoke the truth as I see it. And I don't care if you don't agree with him. You don't have to. You don't have to agree with me. We can agree to disagree. I don't have to force what I think on you, and you don't have to force what you think on me. But what we should be is respectful to each other and not hate-filled, because that gets us absolutely freaking nowhere. I will continue to pray for these people, but I will not consume it. I know my limits. I cannot just sit there and just keep taking it in and taking it in and taking it in. I'm not going to do it. So TikTok, you're out of here. I should have done that a long time ago, anyways. But the other apps, you're on the short list too. The only reason I even have Facebook is for Marketplace. And if I delete all my friends, I'm going to look suspicious on Marketplace. So, but you're in control of what you ingest, what you consume. Nobody else. You don't have to watch that stuff if you don't want to. I let it get to me. But Twitter, X, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. We'll talk about some other day. If you're mentally unstable, stay off of Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I can't call it X. It's just dumb to me. So thanks a lot for that, Elon. But anyways, y'all have a good one. This is what you get for the vlog today. I was going to do something real cinematic and heartfelt for 9/11, but this is just on top of mind. And maybe next year, if I'm still around, we'll do something cool for 9/11. That'll be 25 years next year. See, most of these people that are young don't remember it. They weren't alive, or they were too young to have been affected by 9/11, and they just don't remember. And people are jaded and just unhappy, and we've been lied to so many times. It's just crazy. But I'm going to go get into the Word because I need it. And it's the only thing that's going to get me out of any kind of a funk that I'm in today. So, waiting for my wife to get home. That'll help too. So, see y'all later. Peace. Love you guys. Be good to each other. Watch what you consume. Be good to yourself. See you.